Below the main tower of Karazhan, we will find the artifact weapon for the Unholy Death Knights. When I first heard about this, I was sure they were gonna use the Karazhan crypts in some way. After all, it has been lying behind Karazhan since the release of the game, and I think basically every player knows about it. Instead, Blizzard made a whole new area below the main tower. The first thing you will encounter is a huge stairway leading down. It is covered in spiderweb and there's skulls everywhere, candlelights burning all the way down the stairs, and it really makes you feel like you're back in Karazhan. And while I love the Karazhan crypts, I can't really say that it makes me feel like, I'm in a different part of the Karazhan tower. And that actually makes sense because it was made so long before the Karazhan raid and it has nothing to do with it. So I think making a new map instead of trying to go back and fix that was the right way to go. So when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you enter this very linear pathway. It looks like it would have a lot of twists and turns, but the tunnels are caved in a way that you really only go one way. There are however a few small rooms along the way, and they look so good. The first one is this small stable, which contains some really disturbing things. There are skulls and animal remains, and it really makes you feel that something was wrong down here. The other rooms really scream Karazhan with all the magical weapons and artifacts, and the art team really did a perfect job to get this mage feeling when you get in here. There's a lot of magical orbs and books and weapons, and even though this is probably far from finished, I really think they have been nailing it so far. And that's mostly because it really feels like you're back in the tower. And that would have been a problem with Karazhan Crypts because it has nothing that ties it to the rest of the tower. I mean, sure, it's a very dark and mysterious area with all the skeletons and all the strange chambers down there, but since it was designed years before the raid and looked so different, it wouldn't have made any sense to use it without redesigning the entire thing. So after checking out the small rooms, we're back to the linear path I was talking about before, and that takes us up a set of stairs. And up here it's the same linear concept. To the right, the roof is caved in so you can't go that way, straight ahead is a small room with magical objects, and if you go to the left you reach the end of the dungeon. And again, the designs are amazing in here, and knowing it's only the beta, it's very promising. So if you turn left instead, you can see the final room of the dungeon. There is a stream of light coming from above, and if you look to the sides you will see skeletons lying all around the walls. Now, to me these looks like the old skeletons from the Karazhan crypts, so I expect these to be updated in the future. So as far as I could see, this is the final room of the scenario. But we are in early development, a lot of things may change, and it's also possible that I missed something, and if so, I will of course go back and correct myself. But overall, this is a quick overview of a new map in Legion, and if you guys like this, I will go back and do more of these. And just a few details before I'm done. This is actually where you enter the catacombs now, so not even the way in has anything to do with Karazhan crypts. This may change in the future of course, but if you go around to the Karazhan crypts, it is still there as it always used to be. And also, if you stand outside and you look up, you will actually see Dalaran flying right above the tower. Alright, this was all I had. I wanted to make this first attempt of using a microphone in my videos, so let me know what you think about that, and I will be back with more Legion content very soon.